Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. Pierre strong on the return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. Leading them out, the veteran quarterback first-round pick back in 2017, Deshaun Watson.
There was a time, and it wasn't very long ago, Mike, that this guy was trending towards becoming one of the best quarterbacks in the entire NFL. He has to find a way to get back to stacking strong performances, one after another, and keep his team in the hunt. It'll be interesting to see how this one plays out, but if he plays well, his team is always going to have a strong chance of winning.
And a short pickup past the 25. Here's 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap to Watson. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete. Jamel Dean that time. All over him in coverage.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills.
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
So on 4th down, the lefty, Corey Bojorquez to punt for Cleveland. Back deep for the Bucs, their speedster, Trey Palmer. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. So the Tampa Bay offense set to work for the first time in this one. And they're led by the #1 overall pick back in 2018. Greg, it is Baker Mayfield at quarterback.
Yeah, you have to feel good, Mike, seeing Baker Mayfield back established as a franchise NFL quarterback. He had such a tough journey these last couple years, bouncing around multiple spots around the league. And then last year, down in Tampa, he has a chance to get them to the NFC Championship game just a few plays away. If he continues to play up to his potential, this team's going to be tough to beat.
They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now a run with the rookie out of Oregon. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. A pass, it's complete. It's Shepard. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mayfield. A short one there to Otten. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Here's Mayfield. And he's got Palmer. It's complete. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
And he's come out of the game on fire here, Mike, early. He's yet to throw an incompletion on this opening drive. And as he now approaches the opponent's side of the field and they start thinking points on that other sideline, this defensive play caller has to be looking at that call sheet saying, what can I do to slow this guy down? Because with the way this game has started, he could be in for a big day.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will not get to the goal line. In fact, he may have come back a little bit, and now it is 3rd and goal.
Down here this close, all it takes is one defensive lineman defeating his block and getting some penetration, and that's exactly what we saw here. Not only to stop the ball carrier short of the end zone, but to take him down for a loss.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. He's got it. And the Buccaneers will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, this is Strong. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Browns offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Watson. He's got his man, the tight end, David Njoku. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the 1st down. Nice gain of 5.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
On 1st and 10, here's Watson. He'll get that into the hands of Nick Chubb. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike, you never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. A throw, right side, taken by Njoku.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
Watson going to give it to Chubb. And he'll get 6 on this one, moving it inside the 40-yard line. One quarter in the books. The Bucs have the early lead. We'll have more from Tampa after this. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They bring Judy in motion. Wadarani brings it to the red zone, taken down inside the 20-yard line.
He had plenty of juice coming across to get the ball, Mike, but he hit a whole new gear after he secured it and began getting vertical. By comparison, it looked like a lot of the defenders who had a shot at him were a little flat-footed and ended up getting burned for a big gain.
Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Jerome Ford. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Ford. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Jerry Jeudy, the intended target, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Browns are on the board. It's 7-3.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
So Hopkins now, following the made field goal, back out to send it away. On the return is Sean Tucker. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. Baker Mayfield and the Bucs ready to get back to work. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They send Evans in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. That's caught left side by Otten. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Baker gonna give it to Irving. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
Mayfield to throw. Going up top for Evans. That's caught. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield, perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Irving. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Jeremiah Wusu-Koromoa in on the stop. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now Mayfield to the left side to Godwin. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. Third and a yard. To throw is Mayfield. Throw to the sideline, well done. Good job with the feet. Stays in bounds, it looks like, and yes, they do have the 1st down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 7-3 is the score. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half. Greg and I back from Tampa after a timeout. A 2nd down throw from Mayfield. He pulls it in around the 5. And he keeps the legs moving, able to get it down inside the 5. Third and goal. Now Mayfield. Good blocking, and he's in. Baker Mayfield. Touchdown Buccaneers. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
McLaughlin, good on the extra point. And the Buccaneers extend their advantage to 14-3. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, this is Strong. Now an opening past the 30. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. Watson. Going deep downfield for Judy. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. A big play to kick off this drive. 39 yards.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
1st and 10. To throw is Watson. He'll tuck it and take off.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short game.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. There he goes again. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Watson to throw. That is caught. And he's in. Cedric Tillman. Touchdown, Browns.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Dustin Hopkins now to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Browns are back within 4. It is 14-10. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. On the return, here comes Tucker. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Throwing is Mayfield. This one is caught by Shepard.
I think the defender thought he had himself a pick here, Mike. He saw that curl coming the entire way, but unfortunately for him, it was a curl and go. They took him deep. Leads to a huge pickup.
So we're at halftime here in Tampa, and the Buccaneers are in the lead. And we get you across the state to Orlando. And check in with the coach, Jonathan Coachman, as our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our halftime report. We saw a strong first half out of the former Heisman Trophy winner, Baker Mayfield. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half coming up. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Now it's Bucky Irving to return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. Toward the sideline, taken in by Godwin.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. They go right back to Godwin. He's got it again. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
On 3rd down, it's Irving. And he'll have the 1st down. He'll get him up around the 37.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the 1st down.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Receiver in motion, headed left. Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. Now, screen set up for Irving. They smelled the screen and took care of it. Blown up in the backfield.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
On 2nd down, Baker. Hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quickly.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the 2nd half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
And it'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Browns offense ready for their first possession of this 2nd half. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by 4. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. Now it's Watson. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well defended there, and the quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so Give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
The Browns getting their punting team out there. He's on for the second time and wouldn't mind a carbon copy of that first kick. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Buccaneers offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll run it. It's Irvin. Not much happening there. Just a short gain. On the bootleg, it's Mayfield. Open man downfield, that's Godwin. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
There's a reason certain guys, Mike, just always seem to be open. It's really because route running is more art than it is science. How do you manipulate the defense to find open spots or win versus man to create separation and earn the trust of your quarterback?
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. One of the tight ends in motion right. On 1st down is Mayfield. A short one there to Otten. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. They send Evans in motion. From the gun, it's Mayfield. Throw on the run is complete. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
And this is where the quarterback's improv skills really kind of come into play. The ability to play off-platform, throw from different arm angles. It's something that we're seeing a lot play out across the league. And yes, you have to throw from a spot in the middle of the pocket. But if you can only do that, it's hard to play quarterback in today's NFL.
A pass pulled in by Irving.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
A give. This is Irving. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He'll get down to the 15-yard line. They send Evans in motion. So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Irving. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Right back to Irving. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
A corner who is not only a good tackler, Mike, but a willing tackler can be a huge asset to any defense. So often they get a bad rap. They're considered just pass defenders. They want to run around. But for a guy to be able to come up and force the run and keep this to no gain, man, that makes a big difference on any defense.
He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Baker Mayfield. Touchdown, Tampa. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. The kick is good. And the Bucs are out to a 21-10 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, it's Jerome Ford. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Browns offense ready to take over possession of the football. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Watson. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Back to throw is Watson. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
Really just been a combination of errors here on this drive. I mean, the sack on 1st down put him in a bad spot. Then the incompletion there trying to gain it back on 2nd. And now they find themselves in a critical 3rd down here, or they're facing a 3 and out.
3rd and long for Watson. Here's a screen set up for 4. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. They got him with a big-time rush, and it will lead to a turnover on downs.
So the key to this 4th down stop defensively was their ability to flush the quarterback out of the pocket. Anytime you can do that, you shrink the field, you limit the quarterback's options, and in this case, he can't find anyone, and ultimately, he goes down for a huge 4th down stop.
The Bucs offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll begin with the football in the red zone already as the defense has their back to the wall to start this drive. unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Irving. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. They send Evans in motion. Now Mayfield. That's caught left side by Otten. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. They'll motion a tight end right. Oh, a bad time to run out of time. They don't get the playoff on 3rd and short.
Still 3rd down.
So now after the penalty, a much tougher prospect to convert. It is 3rd and 9. On the ground, it's Irving.
Irving, the ball carrier. He's taken down at the 17-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
On 4th down, Chase McLaughlin in for the Bucs. This from 34 yards. McLaughlin's kick is good. And the Bucs are going to open up a 2-touchdown lead, 24-10. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes Ford on the return. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Browns offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down. They'll drop to throw. We'll go right back to Njoku. He's got it again. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
Open man, and that's Tillman. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Now we'll get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their second. And they'll get together prior to this second down play. Throwing again is Watson. There's a short throw caught by Njoku. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
It is second down and 5. Again, it's Watson. That's over the middle to his tight end, Njoku. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with first and goal. To the air again, Watson. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
And with that late score, it's going to give them a little bit of late life here, Mike. But remember, the next series of events is very unlikely. They need to get the onside kick and then likely a Hail Mary situation. So while they definitely have a little bit of a chance, I think it's pretty slim.
Well, here we go. The Browns will go for 2 here.
The Browns will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Watson to throw. That is incomplete. And the 2-point conversion is unsuccessful.
I don't mind the play call, but something you have to keep in mind, Mike, is when you decide to pass this close to the goal line, all of the space is the width of the field. There's not a lot of depth to the field. So that's why the timing, the anticipation, the accuracy of the quarterback, it all has to be on point. It wasn't on that last play, and that's why it ultimately failed.
They need a late recovery to have any chance. Here comes the onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here an onside kick, not much of a chance.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Buccaneers get the win as we say so long from Tampa.